Welcome to EPG Pathshala. Students, I am Dr. Aruna Palta, Principal, Dr. Radhabai Government Naveen Girls College, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Students, today I am going to discuss a very interesting topic which has much to do with our day to day life. I hope all of you will agree with me that besides cooking, we have a number of other assignments to accomplish. So, if cooking can be fast enough as well as convenient, nobody would ever complain that there is not enough time for proper cooking of food every day. So, today we will discuss a modern cooking technology that is cooking with induction. So, let us now go on a knowledge tour through this module to know all about induction cooking. First of all, I would like to tell you that the objectives of this module are to understand the concept of induction cooking, to know about the various types of foods that can be cooked using this method, to learn about the different temperatures involved in induction cooking, to know about the different equipments and utensils required for cooking, and to understand the merits and demerits of this method of cooking. So, let us now go to some background. Induction cooking has long been used all over the world. In a World Fair at Chicago in 1933, induction cooking technology was introduced for the first time. After that, for 40 years, this technology was only applied for industrial purposes. In USA, at the Research and Development Center of Westinghouse Electric Corporation, new developments and implementations of induction cooking started in early 1970s. These new induction cooktops could drive the 25 kilohertz current using transistors made for automated electronic ignition systems. NASA developed this technology for the space program in United States. In 2000, a breakthrough was made by the European manufacturers as they integrated electronics into the induction generator coils. This new induction heater captured the market in Europe, and induction cooktops have now occupied prime positions in all new food institutions and households in many European countries and in Asian households also. With more and more improvements in technology, the induction cookers are becoming better than ever. Cooking with induction, now we'll understand. In induction cooking, the cooking utensil is heated by magnetic induction in place of electrical heating element or thermal conduction from a flame. As in induction cooking, the vessel is heated directly on an induction cooktop. A very high temperature can be achieved. Induction cooking, when compared to thermal conduction, provides faster and consistent heating and improved thermal efficiency. Moreover, the control of heating process is similar to gas. The induction element is more energy efficient as well as its heating performance is comparable to a gas burner. As the surface of the cooker heats only by the pot, so reaching a hazardous temperature is not a matter of concern. Now, the control of the system shuts the element automatically if either the size of the pot is small or if the pot is not on the cooktop. The cooking unit can detect the presence of cookware by monitoring the power delivered. The cooking surface of the induction cooker is flat and smooth. Moreover, it does not get hot enough to burn the spilled food and stick there. Therefore, induction cookers are easy to clean. The induction cooktop is shallow as compared to other cooking surfaces, making it quite comfortable even for wheelchair access. Now, what type of cookwares are used? Cookware has to be compatible with induction heating. In majority of the models, cookware made out of ferrous metal can be used. Cooking utensils with a flat bottom are the most suitable ones due to the fact that magnetic field drops with distance from the surface. Nowadays, people are using induction discs on cooktop surfaces to perform heating and cooking by pots other than ferrous metal. Induction discs are, in fact, metal plates that can heat non ferrous cookware like glass, copper, etc., but its heating efficiency is lower than the ferrous cookwares. All the cookware may carry a symbol given to its bottom that it is meant for cooking. In induction cooking, for frying purposes also, a pan is required with a bottom which is a good conductor of heat. This helps in spreading the heat uniformly as well as quickly. The bottom of the pan is made up of either a steel plate or a steel plate pressed over the aluminium. High thermal conductivity of aluminium maintains the temperature uniform across the pan. Cast iron frying pans go well with induction cooking surfaces, though it is not as good a thermal conductor as aluminium. When water is boiled in an induction, the movements of boiling water spread heat and thus prevent hot spots. While preparing delicate products like sauces, it is important to spread the heat uniformly. Therefore, at least the bottom of the pan must have a good thermal conducting material. So, for preparing thick sauces, an aluminium pan is always better as the heat moves up the sides through aluminium, thus helping to heat the sauce not only rapidly but also evenly. Aluminium or copper, when used alone, does not work in a better way on an induction stove. It is because of their magnetic and electrical characteristics. Aluminium and copper both are non-magnetic but more conductive than steel. The current that flows in the thicker layer of metal encounters less resistance and therefore produces less heat. Utensils made with such metals reduce the efficiency of induction heaters. Surface resistance decides the amount of heat produced in a cooking utensil on heating. Utensils made with metals having higher surface resistance can produce more heat for similar currents. This can be termed as a figure of merit, which can be used to give rank to different material for their suitability for induction heating. There are certain all metal models also. In 2009, Panasonic Corporation developed a model of consumer induction cooker which works on a higher frequency magnetic field. Moreover, it had a different oscillator circuit design than the regular induction heaters so that it can be used with non-ferrous metals also. Thus, an all-metal induction cooker is being made with a different type of power, semiconductor and coil design. The only limitation of this all-metal model is that the electronic components are quite heavy. Now, how to regulate the heat? Less sophisticated general type of induction cookers regulate heat by frequently switching it on and off, especially with a thin bottomed pot. Because of the low thermal inertia, the temperature may not remain stable and may fluctuate markedly. This does not happen with thicker bottomed cookware or with induction heaters having fine grained control. Talking about resilience, majority of the induction cooktops are made of glass or ceramic, which are prone to damage by undue pressure. Though the material used for top is required to meet the specified product safety standards, permanent damage and sometimes cracking of the top occurs if aluminium foil melts onto the side or the top. Sliding cooking pans across the ceramic tops may result into scratches. A maximum cooking pan size can be specified by the manufacturer. Now, talking about the noise of this induction cooktop, a small amount of noise is generated by the fan which is present in the induction, which is meant for cooling purpose, especially if the cookware has some loose parts. Then an audible noise is produced when the cookware is exposed to high magnetic field. Talking about the energy efficiency can be easily defined as the ratio between heat energy delivered to the food along with pan and the amount consumed by the cooker. An induction heater is faster as well as energy efficient when compared to its traditional counterparts. The other very significant plus point is that it permits immediate control of cooking just like gas burners. The biggest advantage of induction is that it directly heats the pot, so there is no loss of heat to the surroundings. On the contrary, other cooking devices which use flames or heating elements have a higher loss of heat to the surrounding areas. As per the statement of the US Department of Energy, with an induction cooker, the efficiency of energy transfer is 84% against 74% for a non-induction smooth top electrical unit. Energy transfer efficiency tests do not take into account the wastage of energy in heating up the cooking units initially, before the full heat transfer begins. Heat energy is lost when the cookware is removed and also when cooling occurs. To obtain maximum efficiency, the optimum shape and size of pans should be used for induction cooking. Pans with insulated sides and top could cut down energy use greatly. Tall pans, on the contrary, can waste heat through the sides. Now, talking about ventilation, ventilation required in cooking area is also decided by the type of cooking unit installed. For example, the loss of heat energy from the cooking gas burners can result into very warm kitchen, whereas such losses are quite low with induction cookers. This has a direct effect on the amount of ventilation required. If waste heat generation is considered, gas cooking efficiencies may be quite low. Especially in restaurants, the ambient temperature in cooking areas can be significantly increased by gas cooking. Zoned venting may be required to adequately condition the hot areas. Induction cooking using electricity may surpass the gas heating when heat loss to peripheral areas and air comfort are quantified. Other considerations are if radio receivers Near induction cooking unit, they may catch up some electromagnetic interference. So, individuals with electronic medical implants, for example, cardiac pacemakers, are suggested to avoid magnetic fields. As per medical literature, the proximity to induction heating areas is safe, but even then, people with implants should think of working with induction cookers only after checking with their cardiologists. Now we will look into the design and structure. The view of the inner part of an induction cooker reveals that the large copper coil creates the magnetic field while the cooling fan is located just below it. The coil is surrounded by power supply and line filter. A temperature sensor, which is covered in white thermal grease, is in the center. The electrical energy transfers from induction cooker in the form of thermal energy through a coil of wire which is transferred to the cooking pot. This pot should be essentially ferromagnetic. The cooking surface covers the coil to which a large alternating current is passed, which generates a dynamic magnetic field. When the electrically conductive pot is placed on the cooking surface, then large eddy currents are induced by the magnetic field into the pot. The flow of the eddy currents through the resistance of the pot produces heat. This is how the food is cooked in an induction unit. In induction cooking units, the temperature of the pan is controlled with the help of a thermostat. The thermostat not only controls overheating and burning of food, but a target temperature is also maintained. The red lines denote the coil that produces electromagnetic field, which is shown by yellow lines. The magnetic field penetrates the cooking vessel and generates heat. The generated heat is transferred to the food or water placed in the vessel. The surroundings are not at all affected by the field. Heat generation stops as the element is turned off or the vessel is removed from the cooktop. Now we will talk about the working principle of an induction cooking unit. Induction cooking technology is the fastest and the most recent development in use of electrical energy to cook food. The induction cooker itself remains cool but uses the magnetic field and eddy currents to firstly heat up the vessel and then the food. The heat generated is magnetically transferred to the cooking utensil, which remains confined to the utensil and the food. The process of cooking can be controlled similar to LPG stove. In an induction cooker, the magnetic field thus created tends to generate. The heat is generated through a process known as magnetic hysteresis loss. This hysteresis loss can occur only in utensils made up of ferrous metals like steel, enamel coated steel, iron, or special induction based cookware. To be technical, the eddy current generated in induction cooking is the current which directly heats the pot and the food in it, and no part of the cooker is heated by it. This is the major difference in the mode of heating of an induction heater and a normal electric heater. Now we will talk about the control panel. The panel, which has all cooking options available in an induction cooker, is known as the control panel. There are primarily three types of control panels available for induction cookers. touch sensor control, press button control, and rotating knob control. Some induction cooking models have dozen types of power settings for processes like boiling water or keeping food warm, presettings like child lock, automatic shut off, or some of the safety features found in the control panel of some induction cookers. Now, various functions of an induction cooker. Automatic cookware detection. This is the first function. All the induction cookers can recognize the presence of induction suitable cookware on the cooktop. To test the compatibility of the cookware, it can be placed with some food or with water on the cooktop of the induction cooker and the unit is switched on. If the display remains unchanged, the cookware can be considered as induction compatible. On the contrary, if the display of the unit flashes on and off and some beep sound is heard, the cookware is not induction compatible and can't be used with induction cooker. This compatibility can be checked using a magnet also. If it sticks to the bottom of the cookware, then it is compatible for induction cooking or heating. As soon as the cookware is removed from the induction cooker, the heating automatically stops. But to cool down the internal parts, the cooling fan of the unit runs for a while. Safety feature, small item detection. In some models of induction cooker, if a small object like a ring, fork or a spoon is placed on the heating area, it will not be detected as a pan, though it may be made of ferrous material. The display of the induction will flash and the process of heating will not start. Some child safety lock functions are also there. Some induction models have this special feature of a child safety lock. The induction cooktop is locked using this feature when it is being cleaned or during cooking. Now, applications of induction cooking gadget can be in the cooking area, as a built-in surface, as a part of a cooking range, or as a stand-alone surface unit. Multiple elements are present in a built-in and range-top units, while stand-alone induction models have either single element or sometimes dual elements. However, all elements share a basic design, that is an electromagnet which is sealed beneath a heat-resistant, easily cleanable glass ceramic sheet. The cooking pot, when placed on the glass ceramic surface, begins to heat up along with the food content. Induction ranges may be useful in commercial restaurant kitchens as they can avoid the cost of natural gas piping and need only simpler ventilation and fire suppression equipments to be installed. Drawbacks for commercial use of induction cooktops include possible breakages of the glass cooktop, higher initial cost of installation, and the requirement for special magnetic cookware. Induction units may have different number of cooking zones as per requirement. The number of elements may differ from 1 to 5. 4-element induction unit is popular in Europe and United States, while 2 elements are common in Hong Kong and 3 elements in Japan. In India, single unit induction is most commonly used at household level. Some induction units have touch sensitive controls, while the others have a memory setting to control the time for which the heat is to be applied. Recent advances have resulted in 2 induction disc, which is a round iron plate that can be placed on induction element and will allow non-ferrous cookware to be used for induction cooking. It's good for people who want to use a glass or ceramic pot on an induction cooktop along with this disc. But this disc not only reduces the energy efficiency but also the durability of induction cooker. Induction oven is also the result of research and development in which the heating coil has been replaced by a ferrous plate, which is heated by the induction coils beneath it. Baking can be done in induction oven using all types of pots. General quality factors to be considered before buying an induction cooker. This I think everyone should know. Actual wattage of the induction cooker, the top plate quality, and then the induction coil quality, the induction cooker body quality, and the main PCB boards, the size of the body and the top plate, the finish of the product, and the warranty of the product. Even the IC chip, which regulates all operations, should be taken care of. The ability of induction cooktop to operate at low voltage, the temperature power setting intervals, different cooking functions available on that induction cooker. There are some dangers also of using an induction cooker, and people generally don't know about it. So it's necessary to discuss these dangers also. In general, people work hard in their homes to reduce EMF exposure by turning off Wi-Fi at night, using EMF shields for their notebooks and PCs, and radiation cancelling headsets and cases for their cell phones. They also avoid dimmer switches and fluorescent bulbs. People also use battery for their electronics because higher EMF exposure occurs if a laptop is used while it is still plugged in. Induction stoves work via generation of EMF field. It is extremely controversial whether this type of electromagnetic radiation source is actually dangerous or not. From safety point of view, kids, parents like induction stoves as the coil is under the glass surface, thus keeping the cooking surface comparatively cool and prevent burning with steam even if children spill liquid on it. We can summarize by saying that in induction cooking, the entire heating and cooking process takes place by magnetic induction in place of thermal conduction from an electrical heating element or flame. In this process, the vessel is heated directly, so a rapid increase in temperature is observed. As compared to other thermal conduction methods, induction cooking is faster, consistent, and more energy efficient. Moreover, the control of cooking by induction is quite similar to gas. The cooking unit surface is heated only by the cooking pot and so does not reach a hazardous temperature. The element is shut down by the control system if cookware is not present on the element or if it is not large enough. In most models of induction heaters, ferrous metal utensils with a flat bottom are used. Flat bottoms help in creating greater magnetic field while round bottoms drop it as the distance is more from the surface. Induction heaters work through generation of EMF field. It is still controversial whether this source of electromagnetic radiation is dangerous or not. A number of researches are still required to draw some definite conclusions. Thank you.